Yes, yes, yes. What's going on, everybody, tonight on this great Monday evening, 7 p.m. And if it's 7 p.m. on Mondays, you know what time it is, right? Oh, yeah. Welcome to the one and only, the Big Time Show podcast that is being heard and seen live here on the Spotlight Sports Network, as well as being heard live on Podbean as we speak, and being heard live on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on my own YouTube channel, the Big Time Show channel. It's being seen. Most of you don't know, but I started something. I just want to see what's going to happen. I am actually on Telegram now. For those that may have that on your phone, please don't ask me how all of that happens. I don't know. I just hooked the show up to that. I am on Telegram, so you can see me live there as well. I'm just trying to put the show out there. YouTube. I'm on the Spotlight Sports Network Facebook page now as well. I appreciate those of you that have stopped by already, and those of you that are on Podbean. I see you. Miss Ty, I see you. What's going on, everybody? Those that have not spoken, some of y'all looking in on me, and you ain't said hello, so I can't properly say hello to you. So I appreciate all of you that are here with me on tonight. Listen, will not be long unless you make it long. Most of you are tired. You've had a pretty rough day today, or a good day, but the bottom line is you spent hours doing it, and some of you want to go ahead and get relaxed for the evening. So I try not to be too long, but I already know this is going to be somewhat of a hot, slight show because of the content that I think I'm going to share, plus slash a little bit, of course, of my personal opinion. Some of y'all not gonna like it. It's just that simple. Some of you not gonna like it, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You see. So let's get into it on tonight. I'll start with the good, at least in my opinion, the good, and most of it is good. It's just the second part won't be as good as the first part. All right, so let's look into this. Michael Parsons is doing a whole lot of talking. Y'all know that, right? Michael Parsons is doing a whole lot of talking. I mean, whenever the camera hits his face, Michael Parsons is doing a whole lot of talking. Now, depending on what side of the track you are on when it comes to talking, some of you may not like it. Some of you may like it. But here's the thing that cannot be denied. Michael Parsons is doing a whole lot of talking. And I love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. See, when you can do it, you can talk. You see what I'm saying? When you are a bad boy, you can play it. You could be like Barry Sanders used to be, score a touchdown and just hand the ball off to the referee. Or you could be like a Ray Lewis type, that after every play, you talking. You fired up. Your energy level is gone completely out of the roof. That's what Michael Parsons. He's not quite like Ray was, of course, but he has the mentality of Ray. He does. You can see it already. He has a mentality. He's doing a lot of talking, y'all. He's doing a lot of talking. And he's earned the right to talk already. He's an all-pro, first team all-pro. In his rookie year, he's a Pro Bowler. He's a defensive rookie of the year. He's universally known in the league as a bad boy. Yeah. Let him talk. Yeah, I don't have no problem with it. Let's see what he talked about, y'all. Y'all want to see? Let's see what Micah Parsons said. He's really pumping up him and his teammate, Trayvon Diggs, who's also a bad boy. Excuse me, on this show, we address him as such. Mr. Lord have mercy, Trayvon Diggs. That's his name to me, Lord have mercy, because he was just dominant. Look what Micah Parsons said. Micah Parsons says, this is a tweet by Jory Epstein. She's quoting Micah Parsons. Listen what they say. They said that Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons thought Trayvon Diggs was the best defender in NFL last year. In other words, he's saying he was the defensive player of the year. That's what he's saying. He said, why? They asked why. And he said, we've seen 20 sacks. Really? He's saying we've seen 20 sacks before. He told USA Today Sports. But in this era, we've never seen anyone reach 10 plus interceptions. So the criticism of Trayvon Diggs, of course, who he's talking about, is disrespectful to me. So that last part, that disrespect, a lot of that has come not only from haters, but it's also come from the Cowboy family as well. Cowboy family is swearing up and down that Trayvon Diggs got cooked a whole lot last year. He got beat because he take chances. What's up, Coach? Yeah. I see. Yeah. Appreciate you, Coach. He's trying to, Cowboy Nation. You can't satisfy Cowboy Nation, and I understand. I understand. You see, we had a cornerback named Byron Jones who made an all-pro team in his last year before he left for Miami. But he was not a what's up, Joe? He was not a guy who picked off the ball. He was what we call in the league a cover corner guy. In other words, he may have not intercepted the ball a whole lot, but it ain't too many guys who caught the ball on him a lot either. Byron Jones was good. I mean, my goodness, you can't dispute it. He was an all-pro before he left us to go. That's why he signed a big contract in Miami. The big complaint about Byron with us was that he never picked off the ball. He never picked off the ball. They gave him the credit. Yeah, he can cover, but he can't pick off the ball. He can't turn the ball. He can't turn the ball over for us. He can't do this. He can't do that. And of course, his contract ended. He was gonna want big money. Cowboys was not gonna pay that. And he went on to Miami, and the rest they say is history. Then we get Trayvon in, Mr. Lord have mercy Diggs himself. And Mr. Lord have mercy, his rookie year had a lot of interceptions. He missed a lot of games because of his foot, but when he was in there, I think he picked off maybe about 5 or 6. He should have known something right then because, he did it at Alabama. He came in and had he got destroyed, early on in the year. He got better as the year went off in his rookie year. And he ended up maybe about 5 or 6. I'm sorry, I don't have the stats here, but he had about 5 or 6 interceptions in his rookie year. He missed a lot of games. Y'all know what he did last year. I ain't got to go through all that. Y'all know how many interceptions he had. You know what happened at the end of the year. There was a point in time during the season where a lot of people had him as the defensive player of the year. I was one of them. I just said this dude is doing some special stuff. He's dangerous. He gets his hand on the ball. He's just dangerous. Top it off. What did he do? All pro, first team all pro, Pro Bowl selection as well. When you make first team all pro, You are certifiably known as a dude, and that's in all caps. He is a dude. He is a great cornerback. But Cowboy fans got upset because, unlike you did the reverse that we did for Byron Jones. You said, yeah, he pick off ball, but he get burnt a lot. That's which one do you want? Which one do you want? I mean, you say Byron didn't pick it off. You want to get rid of him because he don't catch no interceptions. Then you get one that make interceptions, but he get burnt a lot. So y'all say, and now all of a sudden you got a problem with it. Parsons, as you can see, is trying to pump up. He's trying to pump up the fact that him and Trayvon Diggs are that guy. They are the dudes. They are. That's what he's saying. This ain't just started. It started a couple weeks ago. I just ain't said it because it was a bunch of talk, but Parsons is really going in now. You remember the last controversy was he really wasn't controversy. He was actually reaching for the stars a little bit, and he said that, hey, we want to be just as great as Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey of the Rams. He considers them the best 1-2 punch. He's trying to put them on that level as well. And once you really think about it, ladies and gentlemen, can you blame him? I mean, come on now. We're talking about two bona fide dudes. We're talking about two first-team All-Pros, and both are incredibly young. Both are dominant. I don't care what y'all say about Diggs. Diggs does not play the cornerback position like Byron did. Diggs actually plays a little bit. If you know football, you understand what I'm about to say. If you really watch it, he plays the cornerback position kind of like Marcus Peters of the Ravens. Marcus Peters is a chance taker. And because he takes chances sometimes, he does get burnt, double moves, trying to bite on the ball, trying to bait the quarterback in. You run a little funny little route and get past him because he's studied his film and he's trying to get the ball. That's what Marcus Peters did. But Marcus Peters gets his hands on the ball and he makes teams pay. He does. That might remind me of Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs made a lot of people pay last year. And contrary to some of these folks that say he take a chance, he really didn't take a lot of chances on him. He really didn't. I don't care what pro football folks say. All I know is teams were reluctant to go over that way. So I'm with Parsons right now. I love it. I love it. I love what Parsons is saying. I love the confidence that he's displaying. And I love that he's just not keeping it on himself. He is actually trying to pump up, which he don't need the help. He really does not need the help. But he's really trying his best to let everybody know, ladies and gentlemen, on this team defensive side of the ball, we have dominant players on every level. I've always said, now this is just me, you may want to build your team a different way. I've always said that if you're going to be a dominant defense, you need to have at least, if you can have a dominant player on every level, you're going to win a lot of football games on defense. But you don't have to be incredibly great. You could just be very, 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 very good, and you still can be a great defense. A defensive tackle does not have to be an Aaron Donald. A defensive tackle could be like, Sarah Gusa, who just passed away the other week. Somebody that can hold his ground when he got two men on him so that the linebackers can run free. That is a guy, man. Look, look, you'll take that. Everybody can't be Aaron Donald. But if I can get a guy that can take on 2 blocks and hold his ground so I can let my linebackers run free, please understand, teams will run and pay a lot of money to a guy like that. They will. They will. They will. They'll pay it quickly. And you got to understand that this defense is on the cusp. See, I got a dominant player at Diggs. I got one. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a first-team All-Pro. I mean, it don't get no higher than that. I mean, come on now. You only get 2 cornerbacks in the league from all 32 teams that you get 2 cornerbacks. Diggs was one of them. Matter of fact, Diggs probably was the first one that was picked. Yeah. How can you not be? With all the interceptions that he had, all the tackles that he had. He more than interceptions. He'll hit you too. We got a dominant cornerback on this team. The most dominant cornerback that we've had, well, technically speaking, he's the most dominant cornerback that we've had probably since Byron Jones. And I know the word Byron Jones and dominant don't quite match. I get that, but I'm saying you can't disrespect Jones. He was an All-Pro himself. I say since then. Before then, though, I mean, ain't no question. Y'all know the name I'm about to call out. We ain't had a dominant cornerback since Dion. Now, I'm not saying he's Dion. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this kid is different. He's different. He can play. Then you got a dominant linebacker, all-world linebacker, and Michael Parsons, who really ain't even scratched the surface yet of what he gonna be. I mean, he really is just off natural ability right now. He really ain't learned about hand placement. I mean, good God. I mean, when he run off the edge, he was primarily using his speed. He don't know how to work his hands yet. Y'all seen the stuff from last year where DeMarcus Ware was just trying to show him a few things. I mean, come on now. This dude is dominant. And you know it's going to get better and better every year. And all we need is just one defensive tackle to just show up. And you're going to have an outstanding defense. I love the gas, if you want to say that. He's trying to gas up everybody to understand we are these people. And y'all going to have to deal with us. You're going to have to deal with me and Diggs. And I love it. And I'm going to go ahead and say it now. It ain't too many linebacker, cornerback combinations, I guess you know, that's better than those two. You may have to go with Donald and Jalen Ramsey, and it may just stop right there. After that, the next few names you got to come up on. I can't think of, I'm sorry, I can't. I ain't really trying to think of them either, to be honest with you, but I'm saying this dude, these two guys deserve the press that they're getting. If you're in Cowboy land, you probably seen it today, whether it's by Twitter or something else or whatever, maybe Bleacher Report, they put down happy 7-11 day. Number 7 is Trayvon Diggs, 11 is Michael Parsons. So the Cowboys are smart enough to know to market this thing as well. These two are legitimate stars. I'm hyped about that. I'm super hyped about that. I don't know why. I mean, I heard some of the haters, of course. There's some of the, some of the analysts or whatever you want to say. The Shannon Sharps, the Skip Baylesses, I heard them. I heard ESPN. I think ESPN just really have a real problem with any Cowboy because there's no fan base over there for the Cowboys. Number pure haters. That's all they are. And I really do believe that the problem is that depending on who you listen to, that will kind of formulate your narrative on how much you think about it. See what I'm saying? So I got a problem. Skip Bayless actually loved the idea when I heard him, when they were talking about Donald and Rams, and Skip Bayless, say, hey, these kids, they got a shot. Of course, Michael Parsons in Aaron Donald. But he only played 1 year. I mean, come on. I mean, barring injury, I'm probably gonna think Michael Parsons gonna be a first team or second team All Pro again. I really believe that. I believe it. Now, I'm not expecting Diggs to have the year that he had last year. I'm not expecting that because I really believe that teams are not going to throw his way. And then it's just hard to duplicate double-digit interceptions. I mean, that's unheard of. You got to have the opportunities to really do that. Teams tried it because they didn't believe he was the guy. They didn't believe it, and they paid the price. They know now. So he's not going to get all that. So Anthony Brown, of course, probably going to get worked a little bit, but hopefully he's ready to roll. See what I'm saying? So that I'm not expecting Diggs to have that. But based off the respect that Diggs going to have, I believe, that's going to make our defense even better. Oh, when you get one side of the field shut down, good Lord. Oh, you can do some stuff. If you got that type of confidence in your corner that he gonna lock down that whole side over there, oh yeah, you can get some things done. You can run all kind of blitz. You can do all kind of stuff when that happens. I think Diggs is on that. Well, depending on the team we play, Diggs is gonna have some games where he's gonna see absolutely nothing. It just depends on the teams that we play because you don't have the personnel that can match. A team like Cincinnati, for instance. Cincinnati is going to try Diggs. I believe that. Tampa, the first game. Brady is going to try Diggs every now and then. Now, he ain't that stupid now. But he's not going to be scared of him because you're going to have Goodwin on one side. You're going to have Mike Evans on the other side. I mean, you're not going to respect Diggs that much. That's not going to happen. So, hold on just a second, please. Hold on just a second. Forgive me for that. Here I'm back. So we got a lot of reasons to be excited about what this year holds for our total defense, but in particular, we have a lot of reason to be excited about Michael Parsons, Trayvon Diggs. There's no doubt about that. Oh, there's no doubt about that, y'all. No doubt about that. You got to be excited about this thing. Now, I don't care what nobody say. You better respect what Michael Parsons saying. He's a dog. I'm just gassing it up just like Michael did because I have no reason not to doubt him. I know what he's going to do. I know I have 100% confidence that Michael Parsons is going to get the job done. I believe Diggs is going to get the job done. It is just amazing to me how we got some people who are doubting this. Yeah. They're young. No, they're not Don and Ramsey. Don and Ramsey been playing for a minute. But guess what? They're right on track, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. I mean, come on now. 2 first-team All-Pros, and then 1 in their rookie year, 1 in their second year. Come on now. Yeah, I mean, they got a real good shot at this thing. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I am a believer in these two, without a doubt. I don't have no question about it. And you, as Cowboy fans, based just off what you saw last year, should have full confidence. This man, Michael Parsons, is just in his second year under Dan Quinn. You know Dan Quinn is going to turn it up a little bit with him now. He already turned it up with him. He know he can handle it. It's only going to get better. We all know what the secondary for Dan Quinn, what he can do with the secondary. I mean, good God. I mean, y'all do remember Seattle, right? Y'all do remember Legion of Boom. Okay. I shouldn't have to say anything. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. You can get excited about that. All right. That's the first thing that I want to talk about. And that was easy because I had to get that out the way. That was easy. That was real easy. Now it's going to get just a little bit complicated. It's going to get complicated. And I'm already knowing this is where the rest of the show is going to be. See, we really don't have to talk about Parsons and Diggs. I think everybody agree with me on that. I believe everybody believes that. I believe everybody believes in it. We got another problem, though. We got another problem. It's not a problem. It just depends on how you look at it. There was and I'm trying to get this ready here. There was something that everybody's talking about now that is incredibly controversial because of who the guy is. Michael Parsons, Trayvon Diggs are a dynamic duo. But I'm also going to go ahead and say, based off overall, since their tenure being here, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott are a dynamic duo as well. Right there, I just lost some of y'all. I already know it. Because I started off with Parsons and Diggs, and most of you are going to say that they're great. Most of you are leaning at least that direction, saying that they are great. But when it comes to Dak and Zeke, there's a different story. Case in point, look right here on the screen here. Look at the screen. I want you to see this. I believe it's Pro Football Focus ranking their top 10 quarterbacks this year coming in the year. I want you to see right here where last year Dak was at 7. And this year he's coming in ranked as the 10th quarterback. 7th and 10. See, this is where it gets real funny. The argument in Cowboy land for years, and I could care less what other folks say. Okay? I'm really talking about what Cowboy family is saying. And see, this is where the great divide happens in the family of Cowboy Nation when it comes to one Dak Prescott. Some say he's elite. Some say he's not elite. Some say he's great. Some say he's good. Some say he can't win the big game. Some say he has won big game. It's amazing that this one guy has just has divided one franchise fan base. See, the disrespect to me, I'll just be honest with you. I didn't even care about the rest of the list. I didn't. I just looked at that and I said to myself, okay, I want to prove my point. See, a lot of y'all, well, maybe not you guys, but a lot of people have latched on to the train of Joe Burrow and the kid out of the Chargers, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen, those three guys in particular. And a lot of folks have put those three guys ahead of Dak. A lot of them have. And I always heard, that the quarterback they based the quarterback off wins and Super Bowls. That's what I thought. That's what I heard. Now, I know I'm just a little older, but that's what I came up with. They say, what did you win? Did you win? Did you win? Well, Josh Allen ain't won nothing. He just won a division championship. Joe Burrow, I give him some credit. He got the team to the Super Bowl. I give him credit. He's good. He is. Justin Herbert didn't even make the playoffs. Huh? Have y'all forgot that? Justin Herbert hadn't even made the playoffs. And he in his second year, I believe. Second year. Joe Burrow is coming into his third year. Coming this year. And the other guy, Josh Allen, who's no problem no further in his third or fourth year himself, whatever it is. It's highly disrespectful to say that a guy who hadn't played but 1 or 2 seasons is better than a guy that hasn't played and has been consistent for all the other years like Dak has. See, one thing about Dak, no matter where you stand, you can't admit, but he's been doing this. Dak ain't went down. If you want to call his injury a downer, that's it. But he has progressed every single year. And please don't give me the eye test. Please don't blame. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. And please don't blame Dak as well as you can't blame any quarterback, because there's a lot of factors that goes into wins and losses. Dak can put up 31 points, but if our defenses were giving up 32, what y'all want Dak to do? You blame the loss on Dak? Our defense just got good last year. Come on now. You know just as well as I know that Dak Prescott and that offense was lighting it up. They'll score 28, 27. But our defense was giving up 29 and 30. Y'all forgot? But I forgot. It's the NFL. The quarterback always gets to win. It's kind of like when Tampa wins, the first thing everybody's going to say, Brady did it again. Brady. It's just like the Super Bowl he won with Tampa. It was the defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that shut down Patrick Mahomes. Shut him down. Nobody don't want to get it. They say, oh, but Brady, he did it again. Brady. But see, in Cowboy land, if the Cowboys win, it was something else. But when the Cowboys lose, it's Dak Prescott. See what I'm saying? I have a problem with this ranking that Dak had. And I'm not saying Dak should be in the top 3. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that. But I am saying he should be higher than 10. let me show you my last little point when it comes to that. Before last year, if you were asking the top quarterbacks in the league, Matthew Stafford wouldn't have not even been a top 10 quarterback. But he won the Super Bowl. And on this list here, Matthew Stafford is about, I believe he was about 6th or 7th. So you mean to tell me just because he won the Super Bowl, all of a sudden, all them years, everybody used to talk about Matthew Stafford. All them years, say he can't do it. You know, he got an electric arm, but he's not a good quarterback. He's just not a good quarterback. He win 1 year, and now all of a sudden he's a top 5, top 6 quarterback in the league. 1 year. 1 year. 1 year. Just one. What about all them other 10, 11 years Matthew Stafford done played? And we forgot about that? Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was highly disrespectful to even be mentioning Dak Prescott in this light. I did. I'm not saying, again, he's supposed to be top 5, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this dude is a whole lot better than what people give him credit for. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry I didn't have this list here, but I really could care less because I ain't want to get into this ranking and whatever. It's all, and Cowboy fans, please understand, as I said on the last show, for all of you that may think that our quarterback is not good at all, or some may even think he's trash, and some may even think he's mediocre. Please understand that there are probably about 14, 15 teams that would love to have Dak Prescott on their football team right now and would be starting for their teams right now. And I ain't talking about these lower end teams either. I'm talking about some of these teams that were in the playoffs last year would love to have Dak Prescott right now as their number 1 quarterback. It's just no question. It's just no question. I'm gonna count on the finger. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let's go. Let's do this. With Dak Prescott, let's just start with our own division. All 3 teams he would start for right now. And that includes Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts. The Giants will love Dak Prescott, quarterback 1, day 1. In Washington, they will love him over Carson Wentz, day 1 starter. And Philadelphia will love Dak over Jalen Hurts right now. If they had the choice, they would take him. That's 3 teams right off top. Let's go to the NFC. Let's go to the NFC South. The NFC South. Tampa would not take him. Okay, Tampa wouldn't. New Orleans would take Dak Prescott over Jameis Winston. That's 4. No doubt about that. No doubt. The Atlanta Falcons, whoever their quarterback is, because Matt Ryan gone, they would take Dak Prescott. That's 5. The Carolina Panthers. Do I even have to say anything? I mean, you got Baker Mayfield, Aaron, or whatever the other boy name is, Donald. Give me a break. 6. That's the NFC South. Let's go to the West. The 49ers. Dak Prescott would be loved over Trey Lance. 7. Come on here. Y'all might as well come on. Talk to me. 7. The Seattle Seahawks would take him. Russell Wilson gone. That's 8. That's 8. The West. The Rams, no, he gonna, McVay loves Stafford, so he wouldn't go to the Rams. I'm missing one more. The Rams. The Arizona Cardinals, they wouldn't take Kyler. They'll leave Kyler there. So I got 8 teams so far. All right. That's just the NFC. I'm just in there. I'm in the NFC. The North. The Detroit Lions would take Dak over Jared Goff any day of the week now. That's 9. Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears would take Dak Prescott over the young kid name there. Forgot his name already. That's 10. Detroit, Chicago. Lord have mercy. Green Bay, no. They wouldn't take him over there. One more. Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota. Art, that would be a flip of the coin, son. Well, I wouldn't flip it. I would say that they would take Dak Prescott over Kirk Cousins. That's 11 for me. That's the NFC. I just named 11. You want to go to that you know I'm telling the truth? All right, let's go. AFC North. The Pittsburgh Steelers would take Dak Prescott right now. Right now. Even though they just drafted a rookie. Right now. Over Mitch Trubisky. Right now. Baltimore would not. They love Lamar, and I don't blame them. Cleveland. Well, I'm going to pretend like, even though I know Deshaun is not going to play this year, but they would not take Dak Prescott over Deshaun Watson. So I eliminate that. Okay. One more in the AFC North. Cleveland, Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Who am I missing? Is it no? It's not them. Who am I missing in the North? Cincinnati. No, they wouldn't take Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, so they wouldn't take him over there. Okay, so eliminate that. I'm still on 11. AFC West. Mahomes, no, they wouldn't take him. Chargers, Herbert. You know, that's really all depending on what you like. You know, I'm just saying, you know. But I know the Chargers wouldn't do it, so I eliminate that. Chargers wouldn't do it. The Raiders, let me tell you something. Y'all think David Carr secure. I'm telling you right now, that might be, I leave him alone for now. But there's a lot of people that would take Dak Prescott over David Carr. But I'm going to leave it alone. I'll get a Raiders him, okay? I'll let the Raiders have him. I'm still at 11. Of the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Denver Broncos. They wouldn't take Dak over Russell Wilson. So the whole West is secure. I'm still at 11. AFC East, the Jets would take him. That's 12. Over Zach Wilson, without a doubt. That's 12. The Patriots, they would take Dak Prescott over Matt Jones. That's 13. Yes, they would. Buffalo, nah, they'll leave Josh Allen there. Okay. Miami, please understand, Tua will not stand a chance over Dak Prescott. That's 13. Right? I'm at 13 or 14. 13. Okay? No. That's it. AFC South, Jacksonville. Nah, they wouldn't. They'll let Trevor Lawrence stay there. Okay? Trevor Lawrence will stay there. Okay? That's Jacksonville. Tennessee, they would take Dak Prescott over Tannehill. No doubt about that. Goodbye, Tannehill. They would take him. Houston would take him easily. That's 15. I believe I'm right. 14. I'm sorry, 14. The Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan would have to leave. Yes, Matt Ryan would leave. Dak Prescott would be there. I mean, good God, y'all. I'm the name over half of the league. I might have. I ain't even through yet. That's the AFC South. I went over the East. I went over the West. I went over the North. And I just went over South. So Tennessee, Jacksonville, Houston, Indy. So I named 16 teams, if I'm not mistaken. 32 teams. Sound like a pretty good quarterback to me, don't it? Sound like a pretty good quarterback to me, right? The disrespect is there. You can, with the stats that Dak has every year, please understand that you can win the Super Bowl with it. Man, 37 touchdowns, right? What, 4,700 yards passing? I mean, 13, I think, interceptions. You know, QBR high. I mean, you can win the Super Bowl, but you got to have other stuff to work to make it work. This kills the narrative about Brady. Brady this, Brady that. No, Brady was smart. He chose a team that had a pretty good defense that shut folks down that they don't get the credit for. Because whenever you have a Brady, he gets all the credit. Dak just got a defense that I think gonna be better. If he can score like he scored, and I understand the roster is not, what it was last year, but it's not trash. I'm trying to tell y'all. I see something now. Zeke Elliott. I'm talking about dynamic duos. Zeke Elliott is just a running back. And the only reason why he's being questioned, to be honest with you, is just simply because of injury and availability, but he plays. And I get that. But please, let's not forget last year before he hurt his knee. Come on now. Really what I'm trying to say, y'all. Because see, this is what I'm trying to say. If those 4 guys show up this year, if Diggs, Parsons, Dak, and Zeke show up this year, if I got 2 All-Pros on defense and I got Pro Bowl potential on offense, along with a All-Pro and Zach Martin, if Tyron Smith plays enough, and let's be honest tonight, 80% Tyron Smith is still better than most left tackles in this whole league. Okay? If Tyler Smith is what I think he is, we ain't gonna know this until later on, but if he's what I think he is, this kid, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I got a feeling he's going to be, watch me right here, I believe Tyler Smith has potential. If he's what I'm thinking he is, I believe he can be an All-Pro this year. Forget Pro Bowl. Oh yeah, I can see this. I ain't saying first team. I can see this kid being an All-Pro in his rookie year. I can feel it. I think he's dominant. I don't watch enough tape on him. I can see how his game is going to translate to the NFL easily. I'm talking about easily. See man, beat man up. That's what he does. Y'all don't believe me? Check his film out. It's simple. I can see him really being an All-Pro. If our stars show up, our guy, if they show up, we got a chance. Now, Coach Marv has brought up a very excellent point, and I ain't want to really bring myself down because I already know what time that is, but I ain't. He said great players can't stand bad usage and bad coaching. And so we're entering into the problem that is the Dallas Cowboys, at least on the offensive side of the ball, and that is, you already know who it is, the one and only, Kellen Moore. Y'all know that. I mean, we ain't got to go through that because I'm trying not to I'm trying not to bring myself down. I'm trying not to bring myself down. So I had to play happy music like that just to keep myself going because I don't want to bring myself down. Start talking about Kellen Moore because that's another whole different show. It is. And Coach Marv already said in McCarthy, well, the silence of Coach McCarthy is what ticks me off because he ain't got no play. He ain't calling nothing. It's all Kellen Moore. His lack of being a head coach or putting his foot down or the lack of power that he does not have is really frustrating. So I get that. And Coach Marv is right. You know, to make great players, you gotta allow them to be great. Some of that is with play calling, no doubt about it. But we do have dynamic duos on both sides of the football. And the truth be told, some of this stuff is bigger than dynamic duos. We can say dynamic trios. You know, defensively, good Lord, I can throw some names in there right now that are real. You know, they don't get the publicity like Parsons, like Diggs did last year. But Mr. Curse, I mean, come on now. Curse should have been a Pro Bowler last year, if you ask me. I mean, if Hooker can stay healthy, the other safety, oh man, we're gonna have a pretty good. Well, I ain't gonna say pretty good. We're gonna have an outstanding secondary, and that's with Anthony Brown. Hooker is a playmaker. Curse is a playmaker. Diggs is a playmaker. That's 3 out of 4. You can't help but be good. The back end gonna be fine. The linebacker position, y'all know what I said last week. You know, that remained to be seen. I think that's the weakest part. But, you know, I'm banking on Cox, you know, playing like a rookie. But who knows? He may not be playing like a rookie. I don't know. I think we're fine defensive line and pass rushers. This team gonna be good. Offensively, you know, it's all depending on what that offensive line can do, obviously. But if they do what I think they can do, with Steele getting better, you know how great Steele played last year. I'm really believing in Tyler Smith at guard. I'm really believing that. We all know what Zach Martin gonna do. The question is, has Tyler gotten better? And of course, the major question: can Tyron Smith stay healthy, as it is every year? I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about if they show up. I'm just saying this team gonna be real good, and it's because you have playmakers on the field. You got playmakers. Zeke Elliott, contrary to what a lot of us have said or whatever, he's a playmaker. He's a workhorse. You need that. You need that. I ain't talking about Tony Pollard. I'm not. Tony Pollard is great. I love him. I'm just saying the dynamic duos, the stability of the team has been Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott. I know Tony Pollard deserves some high ranking in there. I know he does. I'm just going based off the foundation of the offense. Tony Pollard is good, but he's not the foundation of the offense. Some of y'all gonna say, well, he should be. I'm not even gonna argue with you on that. I'm not even gonna come against you. But as of now, that foundation of this offense, two of the major people that we consider foundational parts of this offense is Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. The foundation of this defense is Michael Parsons, Trayvon Diggs. And we're going to win football games because of that. So all y'all Cowboy fans that have a problem with Trayvon Diggs taking chances, I didn't hear you say nothing when he was carrying it the other way. Because he was taking chances then. Huh? All of y'all that saying Dak Prescott is not the guy. And you know what? Just like Matthew Stafford, here's what I will say about Dak. Here's what I will say about Dak. The only way he gonna shut all this up, he's gonna have to win. Not necessarily the Super Bowl. Now, of course, they would shut it down because look what he did for Stafford last year. I mean, come on. Now everybody think Matthew Stafford is one of the greatest quarterbacks, in the game today. That's because he won one. Before the end, nobody even mentioned him as a top quarterback. They just said he had a great arm. That's what they said. That's all they said about Matthew Stafford. He just got a great arm. He went in the Super Bowl, now all of a sudden he's a top 6 quarterback. Before then, he wasn't even ranked in the top 15. That's just the truth. It's just the truth. Matthew Stafford ain't been to no Pro Bowl. If he went to Pro Bowls, it's by default because other people didn't want to go to the Pro Bowl. That's the only reason why he got in there. And that was a long list of folks that left that didn't want to go to the Pro Bowl. Matthew Stafford just, come on now. Y'all folks have forgot about Detroit. I ain't forgot about it. If he wins, that will shut a lot of this talk down. He wouldn't get a lot of credit if Dak won. Like if Brady win, they'll say, oh my God, Brady has just won. Brady, not the Bucs. Brady has just won his 8th Super Bowl. Oh, what a quarterback. He has cemented himself as the greatest of all time. He ain't thrown but 1 or 2 touchdowns. The defense held Kansas City to nothing. Hardly. But Brady got all the credit. If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, you can rest assured Dak Prescott won't get the credit. They'll give it to Dan Quinn. They'll give it to the defense. They'll say Dak did just enough. He did just enough to get the Cowboys points on the board. And this defense held them down. But when Bucs win, Brady just did it again. Brady, he's amazing. Look at the control he has of the game. Look how he's milking the clock down. Look at the Bucs defense, how they just shut down Mahomes and Hill and Kelsey and all that. See, folks make up their own, they make up their own styles and narrative for who they want to. You don't never hear nothing about Green Bay defense. You don't never hear that, do you? Y'all think Aaron Rodgers, that's how they do it. Rodgers, oh my God. What a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers. What dominance. Oh, look at the strength of his arm. Look at his playmaking ability. But what about the defense who shut the other folks down? Huh? The Packers win. Rodgers did it again. Rodgers. The MVP. Rodgers. Brady did it again. Oh my God. You can't even name nobody on Buffalo because they already started with Josh Allen. Oh, Josh Allen. Can't even name nobody on Buffalo hardly. You don't even know who they are. The only thing they say about but they'll blame the defense when Buffalo lose. You can't even name nobody other than Diggs. You can't even hardly name nobody on Buffalo because Josh Allen getting all the credit already. Justin Herbert, good God. I mean, come on now. It used to be Keenan Allen. You don't hear nothing about Keenan Allen no more. He's still that dude. It's Herbert. Oh, just look at Justin. Look at this young kid. He's special. Oh my God, he's ready. He's ready to take over the league. Justin Herbert. Man, he didn't make the playoffs. Can't name nobody. As if the Chargers didn't have a defense. Osa. My goodness. Cornerback. Young kid. Daddy played cornerback. I forgot his name. Kid we were looking at. He's a junior. Y'all forgive me, my mind ain't working right now. Got Derwin James back there as well. Come on now. Got an all-pro line in Ingram as a linebacker. Come on, man. Come on now. But you're Herbert. Oh my God, Herbert. Look at this kid. Oh my God. What a great player. He's already a top 5 quarterback. Already. What he win? Nothing. Can't win the division. Come on now. So you can control the narrative already. Oh my God! What a Joe Burrow! Oh my God! Joe Burrow! Oh, he's special. What a dominant guy. Oh, Joe Burrow. Joe is going to get you. I'm not disrespecting Joe. Joe did carry Cincinnati Super Bowl and nobody. You know, that defense was pretty good. Now, y'all do, but nobody want to talk about that. That defense was pretty good. The offensive line was trash. Look how Joe stands in there. Look how he takes the sack. I mean, they're giving credit for Joe Burrow for anything. Look how smart he fell. He knows his knee was tore up. Look how smart he fell right there after getting hit. Oh, Joe, he's such a smart quarterback. Look how he got hit, and he's able to shift his body to not fall on his knee. What a quarterback. Woo-hoo. Joe. You get to Dak, you say, his arm not strong enough. He just won't run when he need to run. He just can't get it done. He's good, but he only beats up on teams that are inferior. He can't stop anybody. But see, Dak ain't got nothing to do with us not stopping the run. Dak didn't have nothing to do with that. See how the narrative changed? I'm done. Cause see, y'all, we got some players. Phone line open. Let's go ahead and roll. Phone line is open. It's there, 901-654-6853. Joe Burrow. I'll go ahead and call in now. Go ahead and crank it up. Because I'm tired now. Because I'm trying to get people to see things the way that it really is instead of the way that won't be able to satisfy nobody. I'm convinced of that. Dak won't be able to. Dak ain't gonna be able to save nobody.
1-603-960-3584.
I got Coach calling me, and I know who number that is.
Call from
Coach Mark.
Hey, come on in, Coach. Dance flow. I don't care. I'm gonna say it like it's supposed to be said. You know it.
You saying it just like it's supposed to be said, man. You got so much stuff to unwrap, but I don't want to be. We're not going to even want to talk about the uses and all that, because we're gonna stay positive. We're gonna talk about what we have. But I do want to say one quick thing about Dak Prescott. When we start talking about Joe Burrow, do people remember it took 2 interceptions by the Titans quarterback where Joe Burrow had a pedestrian game to actually throw the game away for Cincinnati to beat the Titans?
Yeah. By Tannehill, just give the game away.
Tannehill. He threw 2 crucial interceptions. That put him in position to beat the Titans.
Yeah.
Do we remember the Kansas City quarterback threw an interception in the overtime? Patrick Mahomes threw an interception in the overtime, and a horrible fashion of his possession. So Joe Burrow didn't get a field goal to win to get to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
When Joe Burrow lit up the sky.
Yeah.
Do we remember Matthew Stafford? I think people forget the first playoff game he played with the Rams last year. They played the Arizona Cardinals.
He froze up.
Don't you know Matthew? You know how many passes Matthew Stafford threw that game?
Mm-hmm. Slow.
16 attempts.
Mm-hmm. Took the game out of his hand.
16 attempts.
Took the game from him. They didn't want to take the chance on him messing it up.
No, they ran the ball for almost over 200 yards.
Mm-hmm.
16 attempts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
amazing.
it's just amazing how they continue to move the goalposts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no way. And this the one last thing about the quarterback. I know you weren't talking about other quarterbacks on the list, but for Lamar Jackson to be outside the top 10, he's a former MVP of this league.
And to have Justin Herbert ahead of him is blasphemous. Give me a break, man. Come on, man.
Hey.
I didn't even want to go there. I didn't even want to go there because then we get ranked. But I mean, I can name about 5 quarterbacks that need to come down off the list with Lamar Jackson being outside. Give me a break.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing how they put him at 11 when he coming up on contract year. But anyway, let's get off there. Let's talk about the most positive thing. 2 positive things in your commentary. And I want you to follow me on this about the defense. And this should get the Cowboy fans even more excited about the defense. This defense played 24 guys last year. 24 guys on defense got very good time on this defense. They had a host of injuries to the defensive line. A couple of defensive linemen didn't even play. 3 of the defensive linemen we were talking about that we didn't even play probably 10 games, missed 10 games. We had Gregory miss a multitude of games. We had linebackers miss. We had a lot of injuries. We played 24 guys in a defense that was just put together this year with a lot of guys playing significant time and being key that were rookies or players that were just getting their first real playing, like Kurtz, first significant full-time playing, as well as them trying to get to know each other and get continuity, and they were the 12th best defense in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
During my coaching career and playing career, that is very unusual when you have a young team, young unit put together, especially defense, because defense takes a lot of continuity between your teammates, and sometimes it takes time for them to be gelled together to be very good. That shows you how much talent and how well this defense will be better this year just because of the togetherness.
Let's throw in the fact also, Coach, that maybe with the exception of Keanu O'Neal, maybe KZ, and maybe Kurt, well, not Kurtz, but KZ and Neal, the rest of the defense was pretty much learning on the fly, the playbook. Quinn didn't unleash the whole playbook on these guys because they were learning on the fly. So you can imagine, you can imagine what they're going to be like this year with another, really knowing the playbook or what he wanted to do.
And it takes a year for your coach to really know
your players,
know his players.
Yeah.
So and then you add some more influx of young talent to this defense.
Yeah.
So that's what me and the coaching aspect feel, that there is nothing but a better togetherness, which is going to make this defense better by at least 2 steps.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Second thing, getting to your point about the dynamic duo. The best dynamic duo that I have seen in recent years from a defensive back and a linebacker has been like those guys in Baltimore.
Yeah, Ray Reed. Right.
Because they were the first 2 where Ray Lewis won MVP one year, and the next year, Ed Reed won the defensive MVP.
Yeah. Yep.
They were dogs.
No doubt about it. They had other dogs with them.
And I'll see this dude on the way of doing that because they are very competitive in their nature.
Yeah.
So we should be excited, like you are excited, Big Show, about this defense.
Yeah.
Because if this defense goes to another level, another gear, it can carry this team and it can make the offense even better because the offense will have a patience to them and they will get more possessions because the defense, not only in turnovers, will be good of getting the other offense off the field.
Off the field. You can see that happening a lot. I can see that. More possessions mean more points.
There you go. So you got a great defense. Mm-hmm. Now you go to the dynamic duo on the offensive side where you was talking about. Mm-hmm. Yes. Do we remember the year of 2014 when the Zeke and Dak came into the league?
Special.
Zeke was a all-pro running back when he was in his best years, when Zeke was running the ball and got 15, 1,600 yards. But Dak was third in the MVP voting.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't because cool. and it was not because he was throwing the ball 35, 40 times a game. We were running over folks then. And
you made Dak more efficient, and now you with a better Dak Prescott because now he's a more mature guy. Mm-hmm. He will make him more efficient. Zeke and Dak together, look at their records when they play on the field together. Look at their records when they're not on the field together.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So, yes, I think when you should add Tony Pollard to this dynamic duo because I believe that the Cowboys don't use the biggest asset that they have. They have probably the best combination of running backs together than anybody else in the NFL. Because you have multiple skill sets. You have two guys that can run the ball. You got two guys that can catch the ball. You got two guys that can do everything that you want a back to do, and you have to pay attention to both of them.
Coach, I'm trying my best to stay positive, but you know what direction you going in right now. You know that ain't what I want to do. You know when you start bringing up Kellen Moore, that's a positive, but you know who we dealing with. You know who the offensive coordinator is. Stop it. You know
right.
who it is.
But I hope he understands that that's a positive, and I hope the Cowboy fans understand that's a positive, so we can hold him accountable. Because what all these pro football focus, all these things are coming out, they never talk about the skill set and the running ability of both of these backs. When you had one out of six backs, this year's got 1,000 yards, mm-hmm. and Zeke Elliott was one, but Tony Pollard had almost 800.
Yeah,
there's not a dude in the NFL. They probably ranked in the top two in running backs with that total amount of yards, and they wasn't even used as much as some of the other backs in the NFL.
Yeah. Coach, are you watching? Coach, are you watching this screen right now? Are you watching me?
Yes.
All right, keep your eyes on this real quick. And I'm supporting what you just said. That's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's a positive, Big Show. We got positives, but this defense, Big Show, we need to stay on the rooftops.
Are you looking at that?
And what this defense is going to need,
Coach,
is to be humble.
Coach, are you looking at that?
I see with Dak Prescott, yeah.
Look at this. Just look at the numbers, if you can see that. Everybody, look at these numbers. This just last year. 4,700 yards passing for Dak. 1,329 total yards for Zeke Elliott. 1,314 receiving yards for CeeDee Lamb. and 983 total yards for Tony Pollard. Now, common sense ought to tell you that these are your playmakers and they need the ball. This is what need to improve. Dak ain't got to throw 5,000 yards. If I can get Tony Pollard just over 1,000 total yards, and if I can keep Zeke Elliott, if I can keep him healthy, you know them numbers going up. And I got a feeling CeeDee Lamb, well, he had Cooper, so I don't know if he can really get that, but he ought to be close. This is
you led to Lamb. I'm gonna talk about Lamb in a minute.
Go ahead.
All right. This is Lamb, what, second year?
Third.
He just completed his second year with the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, going to his third.
So when we questioned if Lamb could be a number one receiver, his rookie stats were without Dak Prescott for 12, 13 games.
Exactly.
With guys that now should no longer be in the league, with Andy Dalton don't even have a job.
Ben DiNucci. Give me a break.
Ben DiNucci, some other guys. And he still put up did he do 1,000 yards?
I think he did get 1,000 yards. He did get it.
And had a very good rookie season. Yeah. Probably was the second best rookie receiver in the league with a number one receiver on his team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we doubt that Lamb is an all-star,
something wrong.
And he played with Dak,
something wrong.
This is what gets me when people talk about, well, I wonder if he could be the number one receiver. He is a number one receiver.
No question. No question.
So when we talk about this Cowboys team, we were 12-5 for a reason, people. Now, is the 12-5 with a newly constructed team like they were last year? It was a very newly constructed team with basically a new foundation after the COVID years, and they were 12-5. Now, yes, we think that this team needs some other things to get them over the hump. But as I have said before, talent is not the problem. Nowhere close.
No.
So we should let these pundits out here try to downgrade our talent, because the reason why they try to downgrade your talent is because they want our fans to be fickle and turn on our own people like a pack of wolves because what someone else says. Yeah. But you can't tell me a 12-5 team and you lose Amari Cooper and you say, well, we lost Amari Cooper. Is Amari Cooper on that list up there on that screen? No. You got this without Cooper. This is a stack of guys that this ain't got Cooper up there.
No.
So I'm not saying Cooper's not a good player.
He is.
But he ain't no Jerry Rice.
No. I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at it, and I'm saying that these same three people are on your team. Now, there might be a slight difference, but see, this is where scheme come into play. And Coach, you know about that. If Cooper is gone, okay, Cooper may be gone. That's where scheming comes into play. He don't necessarily, I see Joe put up, he said without Cooper, he said that Lamb is going to struggle. What did he say that at?
With Tony Pollard and Zeke Elliott on that field?
He said with Cooper, CeeDee Lamb would struggle because he would be going up against teams' best corners every game. Not necessarily, Joe, because scheme comes into play then. He ain't necessarily got to line up outside. There's going to be plenty of times if Kellen Moore do it right, he going to line up inside. And the corner ain't going to no slot every trip. He ain't traveling with him like that. And CD, and put it this way, Joe, you will not find too many teams going one-on-one with CD Lamb either. They ain't that stupid. There will be some help over the top. He gonna get double teamed, just like Cooper did. Now let's not be, because if they do go one-on-one with him, your best cornerback gonna get destroyed. I'm just saying.
I would say, and let me give you a scheme. Let me give you a scheme thing. If Tony Pollard is used correctly.
Oh God.
Let me give you a scheme thing. They'll alleviate the double teams you see on Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
If you leave Lamb on one side of the field, out wide, and you continue to run Lamb, and you say, okay, they double, they got the corner, they got the safety over top, and you continue to let Tony Pollard, you flood the other side of the field, but you let Tony Pollard come out of the backfield on an option route to the side Lamb on, and you expect the linebacker to be the only guy out there.
Yeah.
Once he bump his head against the goalpost a couple of times, the double team will be off of Lamb on that side.
It's coming out of it. Yeah.
You got to come out of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't dedicate that side to say, oh, we're going to have a linebacker go out there and we'll play a linebacker to cover that zone out there. Yeah. And we'll have two guys on Lamb. Because Lamb run off.
Yeah. You
need that linebacker one-on-one with a guy that can run kicks like he can run.
Yeah.
If you run Zeke out there,
yeah.
The linebacker gonna tell you. I'll tell you this for football when you coach guys. Yeah. Eventually he's gonna come to the sideline and say, "Coach,
go.
We need I need a little bit more help out there because tackling that guy out there is not
smart.
Not an easy job.
Not easy, exactly. You ain't got nothing. Unbelievable, Coach. I appreciate you.
I say this right quick, Big Show. The people you got on that thing up there, Cowboy fans, they get so enamored about what people are saying that we don't have or downgrading our people. Mm-hmm. Teams would take all these guys that you got on that board up there, would start and be stars on probably 17 to 20. The running backs probably on even more, and the receiver on teams. If you were to put those guys in the open market, you will be flooded by 20 teams that would jump on these young guys that's all in their prime, and they will win with it.
Exactly.
Can McCarthy win with it?
We're going to find out, Coach. We're going to find out.
All right, my man.
Appreciate
you. Big Show.
Appreciate you, man. Well, as Coach said, I couldn't have said it better. Talent is not the issue. I mean, talent is I mean, I wish I could have another thing here with the defensive side. Talent is not the issue. I mean, I got the four who I figure is going to be the four playmakers of this team. I guess you could throw Schultz in because he loved throwing the Schultz. I give you that. I give you that. I think Schultz probably going to be a 1,000-yard receiving tight end this year if he don't get hurt. I believe that's going to happen this year for him. But it's some more names that go there. But I'm saying when you add up the talent level on the offensive side of the ball, you add up the talent level on the defensive side of the ball. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that, as Coach said, talent is not the issue. So if talent is not the issue, what is it? Y'all know what it is. But that's another whole show by itself. Y'all know what the issue is. Talent is not it. Well, you can't say we ain't got players. We got players. But do the coaching staff know how to use the players? That's another whole show in itself, and I don't want to get depressed. Because some of these players been here for years. Zeke has been here for years. You look at his stats, 14 carries a game. That's before he was hurt. 15 carries. I'm like, good Lord. Dak right here. This ain't the first time we threw for 4,700 yards and 4,500 yards and all that kind of stuff. This ain't the first time. It's at critical times. The red zone, you know how to make it. Yeah, he threw for 37 touchdowns last year, but an argument could be made that he should have thrown for about 46 touchdowns last year. Yeah, if you use them properly, if you call the right plays. CD Lamb. I say, where the ball? Do y'all know how many receivers dropped the ball more than him last year? Come on now. Of course, he could have had 800 yards. He could have had just about 1,500. Could have. But some of them games, he didn't get the ball. This is the playmaker. Y'all know y'all look at the stats. Some of y'all had him on y'all fantasy teams. CD Lamb have 4 catches. That's it. I ain't going to say nothing about Tony Pollard because we already know that he wasn't used right. So it's not the talent level. It's not. It is not. It's how you play the game. It's like chess. If there's people that are called chess masters. And then you got the beginners like us, that just learn how to play the game. You got to know how to do it. Sean McVay doesn't have, listen to me. Sean McVay didn't have this type of talent, but he know how to coach. He know how to put the right scheme, put the players in the right position. That's there. The Kansas City Chiefs, be honest with y'all, come on now. You had an all-world quarterback, I give you that, in Mahomes. But the rest of it was really just Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. Everybody knows Travis Kelce about to get the ball. But yet every year he has over 100 catches. He has about 1,500 yards receiving from the tight end position. Why? Because you got over there Eric Bieniemy and Coach Reed. Andy Reid right there, who know how to scheme. Everybody knows you got to stop Kelce. He still get his job. When you play San Francisco, everybody knows George Kittle is getting the ball. Everybody knows it. Why is he still getting the numbers that he has? Because Kyle Shanahan is a offensive guru. And they ain't got nowhere near all of this. Look at this screen right here. The 49ers they ain't got a number one wide receiver. They got some good running backs. I'll give you that. They got Kittle. They ain't had this talent level. They didn't. I mean, think about it. So all of this stuff is leading up, and I'm about getting ready to leave y'all. Thank y'all for hanging with me tonight. All of this is leading up to training camp. The players are there. The talent level is there. The defense is there. You got some younger players that are joining in. You got a guy that's gonna start at guard for starting off. Hopefully he's what everybody think he is. That's really the other question mark. We don't have no question marks about Steele. Okay, we don't have no question marks about Steele. We don't have no question marks about Zach. The only question mark about Tyron Smith is can he stay healthy. The only 2 questions are, can Tyler Smith do what everybody think he can do, and is Tyler Biadasz, whatever you call him, Biadasz, I'm sorry, is he better? That's the only 2 questions that's on offense. Schultz is gonna catch the ball. He is. He's gonna catch the ball. He's gonna catch it. There's no other questions. I don't have no questions about Lamb, Zeke, Pollard, Dak. I don't have no questions about them. My only question is Kellen Moore. And we really ain't gonna find out did he learn until week 1. We ain't gonna see nothing in preseason. None of these guys probably are gonna be playing in the preseason. Dak might play a series. I wouldn't play none of these guys. None of them. Not even Pollard. I wouldn't even play him. I wouldn't. I don't want to take no chances. We're saying week 1. They might get it. Let them work it out in practice. That's another whole argument. Some of you want them to play. I ain't gonna argue with that. But the coaching staff is what the problem gonna be. Is if it is a problem. Hopefully, Kellen Moore. We'll see. I don't have no confidence in him. He gonna have to show me. I'm sorry. I don't have no confidence in him. I don't. We gonna see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done. Listen, there it is. You see it on. If you a subscriber or support the podcast, there are a couple ways you can do it. Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. If you want to be a monthly subscriber, go to the Big Time Show 3.supercast.com. You just make a decision on how much you want to, do it monthly. Take it out of that. They'll take it out your bank card or whatever. If that's what you want to do, it could be $1, it could be $3, $4, $5, $20, whatever. If you consider that, I appreciate it. But if not, it's good. Join my YouTube channel, please. Appreciate Coach Marv, who usually is on Facebook, but he's on YouTube today. Appreciate those that will join my YouTube channel, the Big Time Show podcast. You'll see it there. All you have to do is just find my face on all those videos is there. Just push that button, subscribe to it, and then turn on that bell there. That way you can get the live notifications. Like whenever I go on, you'll be able to see me come on immediately. It'll pop up on your phone or whatever. That's it. Also, of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Big Time Lou. Twitch, Big Time _73. There it is. We do a Lakers show. We need to talk, Coach. I just do that, man. I can't be on here every night. I just join them guys on Sunday night. Try to tell them. I mean, I think out of my whole time, I think I've done probably about 10 or 11 Lakers shows by myself. One of these days, I am gonna do it because it's getting interesting. I figure if what goes down, what I think gonna go down, Coach, if Kyrie end up coming here, which I really don't want, but if it happens, I'm gonna do a Lakers show then, without a doubt. And if he don't come, I'm probably gonna do a Lakers show then too. Yeah. Oh, because I made him kind of mad. I don't know. Hey, they got the comment section going. Let it happen. He addressed you a few times though. I was laughing myself. I had to put my mic on mute because, it's kind of hard for upper Laker fans to talk when all you know is the Kobe Bryant era. So you really can't speak to the era that I grew up in, which was Dr. Buss and Magic and Kareem and Worth and all those guys. I understand the Laker culture and I understand what Dr. Buss would want. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard for me when all you know is just Kobe era, and it's kind of hard for them. So I'm on that show. Obviously, I'm the oldest guy on that show. Most of them guys were born in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm born in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? I think the oldest guy on that show probably about 30, 32, 33. I'm almost 50. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 50 next year. So, they don't I know about the Lakers. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying they don't know. They're limited. They didn't see Magic. So when somebody tell me that Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker of all time, I got a problem with it because Lord have mercy. I saw Magic. Joe, I saw Magic Johnson, man. You can't tell me there was a Mr. Laker better than Magic Johnson. And I know Kobe is a great scorer, but what Magic meant to the league, what Magic meant to the Lakers as an organization, and what he did overall, other than the basketball court, You can't tell me there was another guy that was bigger than Magic Johnson. I'm sorry. So I got it. I see you talking about AD. I don't even want to see. I don't want to get depressed. AD, Kellen Moore, all these guys, they really get on my nerves. So I don't even want to talk about them right now. I'm trying to go to sleep in a good way. All right, y'all. I will see you guys probably Saturday. I'll shoot a video here and there between to keep the distance, not so long of a distance away. But I will see you guys this Saturday, 3:00 p.m. Central Time. 3:00 p.m. Central Time. You guys know what time it is. Let's get out of here. Come on, put your hands together now. I need everybody to groove with me, no matter if you like Dak Prescott or not. Don't groove with me when we get out of here. We still family. Yeah, you know, we just got Dak can't do right. He just can't do right. He just can't. He can't. Even if he won the Super Bowl, some Cowboy fans still find a way. Dak could be the MVP of the Super Bowl, will hold a trophy in his hand, and Cowboy fans will still find a way to discredit him. But you know, and the reason why is another whole conversation with itself, but I'm gonna leave it alone. All right. I'm out of here before I get in trouble. All right. I'll see you guys Saturday. Put your hands together as we groove out of here. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only. Y'all know what it is. Woo! The Big Time Show.